Well, let's bring it up to now, and then we can work backwards, because what we're seeing now, both with the most recent John Durham filing, which was Friday, and Michael Sussman, who is a Clinton campaign lawyer, right? His lawyer started to respond to Durham's filing. And so we're getting more detail here on what happened. The important thing, I'll just give the big takeaway at first. This is much bigger than the Hillary Clinton campaign, right? Because it involves the Obama White House. It involves other intelligence agencies besides the FBI. It's going to include at least the CIA as well. So when I've been explaining to people, when I've been saying, look, there's no comparison between this and Watergate, what I mean is that the executive office of the president is the target of every intelligence service around the world. Right? And it's been that way since there has been a White House. The idea that there is a political operative inside the White House who is taking data, and then who is supplying that data elsewhere, in particular to the CIA, this is an enormous, it's not just a political operation and a political scandal. This is a national security disaster for the United States. So that's what I want to explain. That's the scope of how bad this is. It's not just, we proved finally that Hillary Clinton, the campaign, was spying on Donald Trump. No. It's much, much larger than that.
Good grief. Okay, so who was in the White House? What do we think happened, Lee? What do we know and what do we think? Who was in the White House as he was president spying on Donald Trump on behalf of the CIA?
Right. We're getting more detail on this now, again, not just from the Durham filing, but from Michael Sussman's lawyers. You'll remember Michael Sussman was indicted at the end of September by John Durham on one count of lying to the FBI. It was a 27-page indictment. We gathered all sorts of information from that, what had happened, and we continue to get more information. So the person referred to as Tech Executive 1 is a gentleman named Rodney Jaffe. He's an internet executive. Rodney Jaffe had secured, it appears he had secured a contract with the White House in 2014 under Barack Obama. He was a White House advisor. He also had a contract to resolve DNS issues with White House servers. So this man is in the White House, right, working for Barack Obama. There are different people on Twitter who are pointing out, who are saying rightly, it's not clear yet to what extent the Clinton campaign paid this guy Rodney Jaffe. What we do know, though, is that Rodney Jaffe was working on behalf of the Obama White House. Right. So that's where he's gathering information on Trump, making up a bogus story about how Trump's team is in contact with some Russian phone provider. Remember, there are different segments to this operation, and it is dense. So I'm just trying to bring it up right now to the present. What we know happened after Donald Trump was elected. He's the president-elect of the United States. And it appears that inside the Obama White House, they are working up this campaign against the Trump team. Now, what happens is they make up this story about Trump and his aides who are in contact through some Russian phone carrier, Yotaphone. They take it then to the CIA in February 2017. Now, there's lots of questions here because we don't know what happened. We know it went to the CIA. Presumably, we would like to think that the CIA, even though they're not supposed to operate in the domestic continental United States, we would like to believe that the CIA would say, hold on a second, we've got some guy working in the White House and he's collecting on the president-elect. This is trouble. We got to run this to the director. We got to take this to the FBI. We got to take it to the DOJ. We have to take it somewhere. But we know that once they're inside, the crown jewels, once they have the executive office of the president wired, that's trouble. Because what would happen if this information got in the hands of a foreign adversary? Whether we're talking about a hostile state actor, whether we're talking about a terrorist group, whatever it is, it would spell trouble. What happened at the CIA then? This guy Sussman met with 2 CIA officials. We don't know what happened at that point. There are lots of questions remaining. My point is this. This guy, Jaffe, the tech executive, was in the Obama White House. He provided this information to Clinton campaign lawyer Michael Sussman, who then passed it on to CIA officials. My point is simply this. We thought we knew, and I'm in touch with the congressional officials who were investigating Spygate, Congressman Nunes, Kash Patel. And I have to say, everyone is shocked because the scope of this is much larger than what we have previously imagined. I agree with you too, Jesse. I had been, I wouldn't say skeptical, but regarding Durham's investigation, I didn't see where it could go under a Biden administration, under Merrick Garland. My understanding now is that it's going to be very hard, if not impossible, to stop Durham. And as we look and we see the information he's putting out, it's very impressive. And again, it's expansive. It's not just the Clinton campaign. It's not just political operatives like Fusion GPS or Clinton campaign lawyers. It appears that there is serious involvement at the Obama White House, as well as different U.S. intelligence services.
Hey, thanks so much for watching The First on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.